Welcome to the Heavy Door Horror Podcast.
Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent.
All right, so we're recording now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Heavy Door Horror Podcast. This is episode number 4. Technically, we screwed up the number last week because we started at 0, so this is episode 4. It is June 12th, 2025. It's 8 o'clock. And so I got some of my guest hosts here today. We're going to start out in alphabetical order as per usual. At the top with Eddie. What's happening, Eddie?
Yo, just chilling, man. It's almost Friday.
It's almost Friday. Any big news coming up for you?
Almost Friday.
You heading out of town for the Reggae Fest?
Yeah, so I'll be leaving out tomorrow morning,
Right on,
weekend warrior type shit,
I'm jealous. What, you seen any good movies?
No, I haven't, this last week I really didn't watch like anything except for like a bunch of bare knuckle boxing. I've been kind of getting into that lately.
Yeah.
Because it's so raw,
yeah, I don't think I've ever watched that before.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like it's so raw and fast paced, you know what I mean? Because these guys are going at it, no gloves, and they can punch in the clinch. So
Sure.
it totally, changes the game, like as opposed to just watching a regular boxing match or an MMA fight.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, I'm cool. A little too violent for me. How about
It's
you,
hardcore. Check it out.
How about Eric? How was your week, man? Anything going on? Anything exciting?
It was good. Chilled. Pretty much same old shit. What did I watch? I watched a classic. I watched Heat. Michael Mann, great movie.
Oh yeah, is that
Oh,
Val
yeah.
Kilmer?
Love
Val
that
Kilmer.
movie.
Val Kilmer. Yep.
Yeah.
Pacino, De Niro. So that was good. I hadn't seen it in about a year.
Who's the
rewatched
female
that.
lead in that?
What's her name? I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Can't remember.
I can't remember.
Okay, so is it really just the three of us right now? I think it is.
Yeah, just
Wow.
us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So what I was going to do?
Where's Kevin?
Where is Kevin? That is a damn good question. Let's see. You know what? Let's call Kevin. Wait, can we add him to the goddamn? Here, let's add him. Oh, you know what happened? I took him off last time.
Oh yeah, you took him off
that's
the.
I took him off
because he
last
kept
time
calling.
because so that's the only way I could figure to turn it off.
Keep calling me.
Keep calling.
Uh-oh.
Oh, do we have action?
Uh-oh.
Kevin.
What's up?
There he goes. What's up, Kev?
What's up?
Hi,
Shit,
hello.
I was on for a minute, dude. I was like, what the hell's going on?
That's my bad. You know why? Because when you left the call open last week, I just removed you from. I thought maybe if I removed you from the group, it would hang up the call, and I don't know if it did. But then when we started, I was like, I did all the introductions, and I was like, wait a minute, there's some people missing here. Okay, so Kev, so we started the intro. Kev, you're up next, man. Uh-oh.
You're not able to figure it out
Man.
because they're calling.
Come on. this shit,
What? What's going on?
Are you able to figure it out?
Yeah, we're on right now.
Were you able to figure it out, motherfucker?
Hello. Sorry, my wife was calling from upstairs.
Yeah, I could tell.
Oh my god, that is hella funny, dude.
Shit.
Sorry, man.
What the hell is going on?
You know, I had one
Oh, no,
for
I'm
you
just-
here.
I'm on-
God damn it, I had some sound bites. Anyway, okay. So, Kev, how's it going? How's the week? You had a good week?
Yeah, it was decent.
Hey, you know,
No,
I forgot to ask.
Didn't work.
I forgot to ask Eddie. Did you watch the movie?
No, like I said, I watched I did have a chance to watch the movie, but I hadn't watched anything
And
else.
Eric, you watched it?
Oh yeah, I watched it. I'd never seen it. It was great.
It was fun. I mean, you know.
Yeah, my first time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure.
I recognized a lot of people, but we'll get into that. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. There's a lot of main characters that seem to occupy many other B movies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for
definitely.
sure. All right, well, let me just get into this one. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that'll save us a lot of time. So, let me just stop. Okay, so Night of the Creeps, 1986, written and directed by, and I'm not to step on your dick, Eddie, but you can cover this at the end real quick. It's just a quick wrap. Directed by Fred Dekker, is called classic horror comedy that blends 1950s style alien invasion tropes with 1980s horror, zombie horror, and a dash of noir detective flair. All right, so opening scene, alien experiment. So after we get these great, cool, slow intro, the chirons or whatever here, I like the way they kind of flow in nice and smooth. We get to coming up here again. I'm gonna need some practice when it comes to all this shit. So we find ourselves on a spaceship, and we got a camera running around. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see these little short midget babies. They're like funny ass alien midget babies, is what I refer to them as. And
Yeah, they were hilarious.
Come on, you gotta be PC. It's small people.
and that it had
Little people.
it had the weird like alien language subtitles that didn't quite make any sense, but so we move on.
Like how they sent it off in like a dollar store fucking tube.
Yeah, pretty much. So then it's what is it? It's spring. What is the first chiron there? It's spring break. God damn it! I'm so bad at this.
Yeah, when this started, it all in black and white and shit, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like 1955 and shit.
1955.
Right.
Yeah, so they shoot the thing in outer space, and then we come up on Sorority Row, 1959.
1959.
So they're all the college town, running around on campus, bullshitting. Let's see, cut to, let's say 1959, young couple drives to Makeout Point. And when they get on, he flips on, like at some point they flip on the radio, or as he's turning off the radio, it mentions something about an insane asylum and some escapee or something like that. So then we get a little.
That opening scene is fucking.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome.
Like the killer has been seen, and she puts on a flashlight. It's like, oh, this is exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Standing over.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
I love how they're talking about her ex-boyfriend who's the cop, and the guy says he's a cop. What kind of future?
Yeah, right.
Right. I mean, it's a job.
Yeah, so it's what is it?
Fuck you.
So yeah, that's right. Because the cop's name is what the guy's. She's Pam and he's Ray, and you know him or something like that, right? So the man sees a canister crash. So the thing goes flying over the car, and I couldn't quite figure out. Does he say I would have caught that one? Is that what he says? Because that's what I wrote down.
I didn't take
I was trying to figure that out too. I replayed it like two or three times, and still, I was like, is my brain not working right? Or?
So they travel down the road a little bit to check out the, what we think is a crash site or whatever, and he goes lurking around the damn trees. She's listening. They're talking about the dude on the radio. What's that? Go ahead.
No, they're like, when they're looking up at the star, they're like, what's the brightest star in the sky? Yeah. They're like, I don't know. And
then this fucking thing almost hits them.
Something about starlight, and she about to start saying a fucking poem or some shit, and then the thing goes flying by. And then,
right.
Yeah. The
goddamn meteorite or some shit.
You guys still have screen over there, right? You still got movie over there? Okay. And so, do me a favor. So going forward, anytime the movie just disappears, please say something. Okay. Just in case, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh, for definitely.
Anyway,
yes.
So back to the thing. So Axeman comes out of the trees, and this dude goes to investigate. And this is when you get your first attack. Bam! Right
in his mouth.
And then
this bit. And this
one thing I did want to mention was, as he's wandering away from the car, she says, what is his name again? She's Ray, where are you going? Come over here. I'll show you my boobs. I don't know if anybody caught that, but that was pretty funny. So then they jump forward to, what is it, 1986, right?
Yeah, 86.
86. Let's see. That's the year I graduated.
Yeah, so we get into Pledge Week, 1986. They're all fucking going nuts.
Yeah. Very different scene from from 59 to 86.
Don't look like my house. But let's see. So yeah, the canister. Let's see. So stay here. Large fire axe. Go ahead.
And then this fucking nerd. I was like, oh, I know him. He was in fucking National Lampoon's
That's
European
what it
Vacation,
was.
the second
That's what it
Chevy Chase
was.
Vacation
Yeah,
movie.
he was
He's
In,
He's
Rusty
Rusty.
in which vacation?
Rusty Griswold.
Rusty Griswold.
Right. So that's
European, when they go to Europe and they
the
win the
one
pig in the
where
pool
he's
contest.
in the
Yeah.
bathtub with that Papa Giorgio guy, right? He said, "Oh, Vic Papa Giorgio," and then he starts walking around.
No. That's Vegas
Okay.
Vacation. That's Vegas.
Yeah.
That came out after Christmas.
Okay.
That's like the fourth
I always
installment
like
of the
Papa
vacation
Giorgio.
movies.
That's
Yeah.
Who's the father?
Mr.
Papa
Papa
Giorgio.
Giorgio.
That shit was
Yeah.
hilarious, dude. But let's see. So anyway, yeah. So another thing I did want to mention was they were talking to when they were talking about the maniac that was loose on the radio. They mentioned that he had a large fire axe. So I thought it was very specific.
Yeah.
Very specific.
Yep.
Oh yes.
So then, oh yeah. So I
Yeah,
take it
right.
back. What
It's
she
like-
says was, "I'll let you fondle my breasts." Sorry, that note was on the back of the page. Yeah. So the girl's left on the car, killed by a escaped mental patient with an axe. I'm trying to keep up with the movie, guys. The guy's infected by the alien slug that shoots into his mouth. Let's see, back to the quick recap here. To cut to color, Chris Romero and sarcastic friend J.C. Carpenter are college students. Let's see. Chris falls for
Yes.
Cynthia Cronenberg, a popular celebrity girl. At some point, what is it? JC tries to get Cynthia's attention by saying, "Yo, honey tits," or something like that. Yeah, it gets.
Some shit, yeah. And then he goes over and talks. He says to the idiot unibrow guy,
Yeah.
"Hey, I think there's
And
a call
Steve's
for
like,
you,
"Well,
Steve,"
thank you."
or some
And
shit.
he takes off, and,
Yeah.
and he's like, "That's very kind of you." And fucking, and then he's basically telling her, like, "Look, you got
Yep.
5 minutes before this dude realizes he's a ding dong, and he comes back to kick my ass." And for some reason, if I was him, I'd be hitting on her, not hitting on her for my friend. But that's another story. Yeah.
Yeah, not hitting on her for the sake of your buddy. Yeah.
I don't know who's part of what plan that is.
But he's a
Oh, is
crip,
that what it is?
and he
He took
figures
one
he's got
out.
no shot, so he just wants
You got
he
that
just wants
crip-
his buddy,
you got
to
that
be
crip walk.
happy.
He took one
That
for
makes
him,
him
huh?
happy.
I feel you.
He got that crip walk
So
going
let's
on.
see. So Bozo, let's
Right.
see. Cheesy 80s dance, phone call. Thanks, dude. Steve. Funny as a crutch. Remember at one point he made that statement as a comeback, and I was like, I don't follow that. You guys probably don't remember that. Anyway, let's get back on the movie. Let's see. So try to impress her. They join a fraternity. So they're basically in here trying to get in with this fraternity. And there's Brad. It's our boy Brad, the Bradster, according to his license plate. And they're in.
Yes. It's funny how it's funny how the nerds in the movie always get back at the famous guy.
Yeah, these
You know,
dudes are
the popular guy.
these dudes are some preppy
You know,
motherfuckers.
in these
boy.
B movies.
I mean,
Yeah,
come
they
on,
always
he looks
get
like
the
fucking
exact
Max Headroom. They don't
revenge
even look
somehow.
real. I mean, it's just silly. So let's see.
Yeah.
And then they,
Yeah, you may as well just
and they
get checked
talk
from
weird
Weird
and
Science.
everything, but they're proud bulldog frat boys. So it turns out you'd never guess, but it turns out Cynthia's with Brad. Dum dum dum. I know you didn't see it coming, but it's true. I mean,
How could the most popular girl be with the most popular guy?
right?
No one saw that
Come on,
coming.
man. This shit is like.
Right.
Hey, real quick, just to interject, Louis texts me, and he probably won't be able to join us. So at the end, I'll share his. He texts me his bit, so I'll share his info as well.
All right. Well,
Oh, good.
Sounds good.
Well, at least he did what he could to salvage his responsibility.
Oh, and this guy's been in a ton of shit.
Yeah, he was.
Sorry.
Remember, he's in
he
like
was in a bunch of.
he was in Get Shorty. He like cons the motherfuckers, and I mean, he's been in all kinds of movies. You know?
This guy here? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the
I accidentally
scientist.
clicked on something and it fucking broke the screen.
You know what's
He was
funny,
in Searching
man?
for
Just-
Bobby Fischer.
Was he? Okay.
He looks
He's
like
one of the
yeah,
chess
he looks like
players.
one. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
No, okay. Yeah, he looks like
So
a
let's
chess
see.
player.
So yeah, he's got a bad passcode. CJ and Chris and CJ sneak into the lab and discover a cryogenically frozen body, the man from 1959.
Yeah, which is funny. This guy's supposed to be a scientist. You think he'd be able to remember a
Well, do you-
two-digit code to get into
Well,
this fucking
do you
room,
remember
but
what the
he's got to
code
call
is
his
when they
roommate to
finally
get his
walk when they
notes.
get in?
Yeah, well, it's something, and then the last one, and the guy
Yeah,
just
he
presses
presses
zero. Yeah, when the fucking door
And
opens.
when they get inside,
Door
frozen
freaking-
dude.
Yeah, so
Password is 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd employ that scientist
Yeah.
guy to be doing any science
You
work
can't-
for me because
Yeah, like
I
there's a person who
I
probably
question
can't
his
memorize
degree,
their social security
basically.
number,
You know.
right? Or a phone number, right? Jesus, for that bad,
Yeah.
right?
Or a phone number for that. Yeah.
Or, yeah.
And this is when you had to remember phone numbers or write them
I saw
down. We
some
didn't have
kid
cell
on
phones where
online
you
the
just
other day,
click a
he was getting
button.
arrested.
You
He was
know.
like, I don't know my mom's phone number. It's just on my phone. It's like, that's what.
Right?
That shit is
Exactly.
fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I've been arrested
Yeah,
before, and
oh,
luckily
yeah.
it happened when I still remembered all these numbers and shit. Now I'd be like,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
struggling to
The
try and
only
figure
number
out
I know
who I'm
by heart
calling from
is
jail.
Kelly's number. Oh, you
You
know
know?
what? I know your number, Kevin.
No, you know how you remember numbers back then?
Yeah.
You always kind of sung that shit in the song in your head.
There's a rhythm to
I
it.
don't really have a hard
Boom.
time
Yeah.
remembering
It
numbers.
was like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
kinda-
yeah. No,
That's how
Kev,
you
I still
dialed that
remember
shit
your
up in
number
your
because
head.
it sounds like a damn Pizza Hut number, 341
Yeah.
4900. I was like,
49,
yeah, when he, I remember the first time you told me that was your phone number. I was
49ers,
like,
but
seriously? But anyway, yeah, I'm serious.
is that Domino's
Yeah,
number?
serious, man.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I like to order. Actually, you know what? My phone number is very close to the
Okay.
fucking Dugan's
That's
mortuary number. It's
Oh, no way,
it's
dude.
45
Yeah.
It's 314
Yeah.
Oh,
900.
Yeah.
wow.
So I
okay.
get hella calls from there, blood.
You're like
Yeah.
Kramer from
I
Seinfeld.
believe it.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
That shit was funny.
Right?
Yeah. All right, let's get back into it.
Hey,
Let's
that's
see.
a good one,
So, cryostasis corpsicle. He says something about a cryostasis corpsicle. And something about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're gonna literally thaw this guy out. Like they don't have
Yeah.
they don't give it two
100%. Well,
two
dude wants
thoughts,
to get
not 2
laid. He wants
seconds.
to
They're
get
like,
take
fuck
that
it.
bird, man,
You
right?
know?
I mean, back then you did what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
did what you had to do.
I got JC. He's like super gung ho about it.
I'll check that out, man. The fucking door just opened.
So they
It's like, I
accidentally
got a
saw the
convertible,
corpse,
I'm gonna
get
fuck your
spooked and
girl.
flee, which is what's about to happen right here. They're out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the corpse grabs him, you know.
They're out there.
And then this idiot comes in. You think he'd be more aware of his surroundings since he'd apparently been working there for a while, and notices
And he
that this
doesn't
body
stop
has
to
been,
think, like,
you
why is
know,
that thing
taken
laying
out of its
around? This is
cryostasis.
odd. Yeah, so these dudes just head back to their dorm and be like,
Yeah, right.
whew, man,
And then, yeah,
that was a close one, man.
that was a close one.
Yeah.
The fucking guy who was
They're
frozen
acting
grabbed one of
like
our
they
hands, but
just
nobody saw
tried
that.
to,
Yeah, you didn't see that, right?
DoorDash.
Yeah.
What is it? Dine and Dash. They're like,
Right.
poof, man, we barely got away. Ding dong. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty
Or
sweet.
yeah, ding dong,
So
ding
let's see
dong
what
ditch.
jumps out of his mouth. Now what's cops? Oh yeah, the cops are coming. Jerk speech. Let's see, Bikini Beach, coconut. Okay, so we get after this dumb scene where these dudes are basically just fighting back and forth with one another. Is more or less what happens here, I think.
I think this is where Crip tells him, where JC tells him that, you know, everything. He just
Yeah,
wants him to be
very,
happy,
like,
and that's what
yeah,
makes him
right
happy.
there.
We have a little
And so
heart to
then
heart
here's Detective Cameron's dream, dude.
here.
Hey, dude, hold up.
This fucking guy, this cop is fantastic.
There you go.
Detective Cameron is amazing.
Yeah, right? Like when you
Yeah,
pulled
yeah,
up,
yeah.
I need an ordinary flamethrower.
Yeah, I wrote down like,
Yeah. Dude, this
who the
fucking-
fuck is this guy
Dude,
all
this
in white
scene-
on the
this fucking
beach?
movie takes a fucking left
That's
turn,
what I
man.
wrote down in
I
my
remember
notes.
I was like, wait, did the movie change? And all of a sudden,
Yeah, and then I guess now we're back to
Body of a
1959,
Mustang,
apparently.
and the dude turns around,
Yeah.
it looks like one of the corpses from a George Romero movie.
And bam. And oh, it was all a dream. Well,
Yep.
He wakes up, he's hella dirty. He's like, oh.
He looks like
Fucking
a Simpsons
cold
detective,
sweat.
like a character that would have been drawn by Matt
Shit.
Groening or something like that. I mean, he's pretty.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. He looks like
Yeah. Not
you
cheap for
remember
him,
the
but
cop
you know.
in
Yeah.
the Tarantino flick with Woody Harrelson? Remember there was yeah. Remember the
Oh, you mean
remember the detective was
Natural Born Killers?
what's it, Michael
Natural
Madsen?
Born Killers.
And he
Yep.
was like a real
Yes.
scumbag, you know, yeah. I believe so, yeah.
Oh, yeah, was it Madsen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he look. You know who he looks like, and you're referencing to The Simpsons. If he was a Simpsons character,
Sure.
Phil Hartman would have been his
Oh
voice.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Remember
I'm
how
Troy
he was
McClure.
Troy McClure and the lawyer, and you know, like,
I do Troy McClure always had like, you
Phil
might have
Hartman would
known
have
me from
done his
such
voice.
films as
You know.
How to Walk a Horse. All right, so let's see.
I'm
So
Troy McClure.
Detective Ray Cameron,
Yeah.
played by Tom Atkins, a cynical cop with a traumatic past, is called in to investigate the body found in the dorm. Flashbacks reveal he was a rookie cop in 1959 who found the murdered girl. She was his ex-girlfriend. So this is all according to script notes that we may not necessarily know at this point in the film. So he's on the phone. I forget who he's talking back to the police. They want him to come down and investigate. Shows up here.
Oh yeah, and he shows up and he's like, "I got a call," and they said there were two bodies. He's like, "Oh yeah, detective, there were two bodies," and it's like, and he's like, "Well, where's the other body?" And they're like, "Well, sir, we don't really know." They're real cavalier about misplacing a fucking dead body. You know, they're really bad at their jobs. Really bad at their jobs.
Yeah, right. I put my cigarette out on it, and it disappeared.
Yeah, he's like, I had a couple of rookies and I left. I went to the bathroom. Hilarious. Meanwhile, this fucking guy, there's Big Boy Brad.
Back to it. Let's see. I'm sure.
Oh, there goes.
I was trying to figure out what kind of car that was.
Yeah.
It was kind of sick with the speaker in the headrest.
Was it really?
So this is where
I didn't even really take that
Ferrari,
good
maybe?
look at it. I should have looked at it more.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was,
Oh, that's why I got lost.
I think it might have been a Mercedes or something. But
Yeah.
it also
Good
looks
guess.
like kind of like a Chrysler LeBaron, like
drop
drop top.
Sergeant
I don't know.
Rodney, two-body dispatch problem, like you said, Eric. Forgot about it. So then we get the walking feet. He drops her off. It's the Bradster. It says on his license plate. It's the brains for bio. Yeah. Just a little bit of boobs there. Right
Oh, we
there.
got to see boobs there. Yeah, boobs.
We get sorority house, and we see
Two of this boob shot.
we get the dude.
That's what I love about these 80s horror movies, man. And then this fucking guy, yeah. And that's really the first time you see the monsters or whatever. I was like, I described them as leeches, but slugs is, also, Yeah, they're from outer space. They're aliens.
They're definitely symbiotes, Well, I mean, they live on their own, but they want to find a new
Yeah, they're
host.
looking basically
and like a
there's
hive
actually
mentality
a
and
note at
shit.
the end of the movie
Yeah.
that kind of explains some of the background because there's a scene I think there's two different versions to the end of this movie, and it's hard to say who saw what. Or I mean, we could have easily seen the same one, but there's chances we didn't, and the only difference is the final scene. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I forgot it.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no kidding.
It's very similar. Similar to the movie Alien. Having the host enter the body and use the body as a host itself. Yeah.
Oh, and this fucking Japanese janitor, man, he's fucking good. He's hilarious, man.
My notes, and I can't keep
Yeah, this shit had me cracking up too, man.
I got to do better with these notes because, man, I keep scribbling them down. It's just hard to fucking keep up, man. Yeah, so the goddamn corpse in the window with the worms. What the fuck is he driving? A Mercury. That's what you were asking about, right? His car? Yeah. Wait, no, I'm talking about the detective's car. Because he shows up in a car from the 1950s. It's like a gigantic fucking Mercury or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
This dude runs into the zombie. So what are we looking at here?
Oh God.
So you're looking at old old crime scene photos and shit in yearbooks.
And Cynthia Cronenberg is at the door. At the door. And she basically gets to the point where she realizes that she
And the
thinks
babe
that her
shows up
boyfriend
in
is a
the
lunatic,
dorm
which is
room.
not fully explained in the movie because it says here that she, according to the notes that I have, it said here that Cynthia sees her ex-boyfriend reanimate and infect a cat. We don't see that.
No, he's just. I think she comes to his. I mean, the way I understood it is the scene before this. They're on the, in the quad walking around, and he pushes down JC, and she's like, he thinks he's an asshole. So then she goes and,
Chris. Yeah, Chris.
propositions fucking what's his name, Chris, right? Chris.
Okay.
To go to that dance.
Then she realizes
because,
that Brad's
Brad
a real
is a
threat.
dick.
So she's out in the quad bullshitting with JC and Chris over here, just trying to get an idea for how far Brad's madness has gone, I guess. I'm not quite sure. So we move on from there. Let's see. So the next scene up is a sorority form.
I mean, before he's infected, because the girl gets him twice. Once at the beginning of the movie, the cat's still not infected, and then there's another scene later where he's all eaten up and looks like zombie cat.
So
Basically,
Jason's stuck in the bathroom, hears noises. He opens the door. He sees Mr. Miner's head's been eaten open, basically, by a bunch of worms that are loose in the bathroom. Somehow there's a book of matches there, and it's always, in the movies, the book of matches always has one match in it, right? He pulls that bad boy out, lights it up, sparks up the damn book.
Yeah.
Right.
That would have been smart.
I thought he was going to try and set off a fire alarm to call for help.
Right.
I was like, oh, he'll light the toilet paper on fire now, but no.
I thought he took a fat, stinky shit, man.
Needed to fucking.
And then
he burns
but to no avail, because then basically the fucking goddamn worm just crawls right up his legs. He jumps out face first onto the tiles in the bathroom. So Chris and Cynthia make it back to the frat. They're fucking taking around out in front. All of a sudden, Cameron comes out of nowhere, and now he's going to tell his fucked up story, right? Now, what's Cameron's story again? That part I should have recorded. Well, let's go ahead and give it a listen.
He was the cop. Oh, man, this story he tells is fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, we should listen to this story because it's pretty great.
All right. You hear that?
In the woods, 20, and a date for the formal.
Classic Spanky.
This is classic Spanky.
So give me a chance.
Yep.
Tell me something, Spanky.
Cognac
You
being
have a high school
poured.
sweetheart?
Maybe.
Well, whatever happened to her?
I don't know, I blew it. She decided we didn't ever need to talk again and went on with her life, I guess. Why?
I had a high school sweetheart.
So, what happened to her?
I blew it. She decided
Him
we
too.
didn't ever need to talk again. Me, I became a cop. I've been a rookie about 2 weeks. We got the call.
Luke, I am your father.
Highway patrol, they saw a car on the side of the road. They called it in. We responded. It was a couple. Guy's body was in the woods 20 yards from the car. My partner found him. I found the girl. I found her in the car. And on the road. And in the woods.
Damn, in the car and on the
Her high
road.
school sweetheart went on with her life. I got a nutcase with an axe. But that's not the fun part. Fun part's what happened next.
What happened next?
Jeez.
Guess?
The police found him?
Close. I found him. It wasn't what you call your routine police work either.
What would you call it?
Revenge. See, I tracked him
Revenge.
Wow.
during my off hours.
By yourself?
Oh, no.
This guy's in
I
touch
took my
with his
12
feelings.
gauge with me. I tracked him and I found him. And when I found him, I leveled off that shotgun right at his chest. Spanky, guess what happened next?
Should you be telling me this?
Close. I pulled the
Stuck my
trigger.
dick in the hole.
That's all real exciting and everything, but listen, I've got a
I
midterm to
wrapped
study.
his body in a plastic bag. I buried him in a vacant lot. The lot right behind your girlfriend's sorority. Of course, it isn't a vacant lot anymore. Now the house mother's cottage is sitting right on top of it.
Look, Detective, now I don't mean to be rude or anything, but other than just kind of wanting to confess to a murder, is there a point to this story?
Spanky,
Spanky.
that's exactly what I'm trying to figure out.
Wow. Fucking little
Dun
rat.
dun dun. And then we meet the lovely house mother watching whatever, and she's got a little dog.
Yeah.
Looks like a nice little dog.
Yeah, she's watching.
She certainly doesn't take any
watching
cues from the
Plan Man
dog.
from outer
You know,
space.
totally disregards the dog
I
barking
think that's what they
or
meant.
anything.
Right.
Like basically the original B movie.
Oh, really? Is that what that is? Yeah. But I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, what
Yeah,
happens
so-
next
yeah.
is,
Just
you
so
know,
basically
she. I
somebody
guess
comes tearing through
she
the
acts like
fucking
she's
floor.
she can't move. You know, like it's
Yeah. I guess they built her house on top of that.
yeah, the one he was just
unmarked
telling
grave.
Spanky about.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that grave site, correct? Yeah. And then his deputies almost run him off the road. He's all, "Where's my backup?" And then, oh, never mind. Almost fucking T-bone his ass. And this guy, that guy, I recognize him. I can't place it, and he's always eating, which is not a new thing in movies. A guy's always eating in a movie, but it's pretty funny. Oh, that's right. And when he gets to the mother's house, the den mother's house, the guy who's always eating, the other detective says, I wrote it down. If we used the different stretcher, we'd be here all night, because apparently she was torn to fucking pieces.
What?
I thought that was a good line.
Fucking freezing up. On
And this movie has a lot of good one-liners in it.
Yeah, it does. I mean, yeah, that was pretty great. And then
So he
the
finds
police
his
are in
buddy-
hot
He
pursuit
finds his buddy JC
of
right in the garage,
Mr. Zombie,
in the furnace room.
Right, yeah, in the boiler room, furnace room, all
Wait,
that shit.
do we miss the
And he
zombie
apparently took
suicide?
his own life because he knew the
What I
fucking
call- zombie
goddamn
cop
alien
suicide.
slugs were in his
I call
brain.
this zombie cop suicide. Because he basically just turns around and says, "Fucking kill me, man."
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
I don't know what's. There he goes.
Yeah, and they abide. They abide. There it's going. That's pretty great.
Yeah, he tells him to turn around.
He's like, "Hey, motherfucker, turn around."
And
Slowly.
he's still going. He ain't worried about it.
He's
He
like,
looks like
bam,
an Iron
bam,
Maiden
bam.
cover.
They light his ass up.
Oh damn! He looks like Eddie. Dude, that looks like if you go back, that looks like the
Yeah,
Iron Maiden
he looks like
album from the first Iron Maiden. It's exactly what it
Eddie.
looks
Yeah, Eddie.
Eddie, come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eddie,
yeah.
from the-
Yeah. You know,
Check
I
this
got
out.
one of those. That's a nice
Check
one.
this out.
Eddie.
The Trooper.
You got it.
Oh yeah. Nice.
It was
Yeah,
a like
Trooper,
4
man.
packs of beers,
So
and
we're back at the sorority, and
then came with a pint glass.
Like a
of Iron
makeshift
Maiden.
music montage. There's
That was
boobies
cool.
everywhere. I mean,
Yes,
it's kinda
sir.
Like wow. Jeez. Okay.
Imagine what it must smell
And
like
the
there.
fucking
Ah,
the
I had to
worms
say
are
it.
zooming towards the party. Girls are getting
A
themselves
lot
all
of
beat
summer's
up,
Eve, I'm guessing.
They were like,
getting all dolled up. Dude, the slugs are on their way to the party.
All dolled up.
They don't realize that the slugs,
yeah,
even though they're not invited,
the
they're
fucking
coming to the
slug
party.
turd looking things.
Turd,
Hey,
yeah,
the
right.
slugs, they don't need an invite. Hey, you know what? Hey, let's do something real quick.
Oh yeah, they invited themselves.
Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hey, dirtbag. You're listening to the Heavy Door Horror Podcast, so shut up.
And we're back.
Yeah, so he's been getting ready in his dorm room, and now he looks over and sees he hasn't seen JC in a day or whatever, and he sees a tape recorder that says "Listen."
Oh no,
and
but
he does.
Oh well, no, but right, because this is
Uh,
where he tells
no,
him.
he has.
This is where he tells him he's in the
Yes,
furnace.
this is where. That's correct. That is correct. Oh yeah, he listens to the recording, and it basically says, "I love you, bro, but I was in the bathroom, and one of these things violated me, and it's in my brain, and I think I have to kill myself, and I took one out with a match, so I think fire kills him. So I'm gonna go down to the
So he
furnace
gives
/
him-
boiler room
yeah.
and see."
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric. So he gives him like
here's that.
Good.
Here's that 50 I owe you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Here's that 50.
Oh, and I slept with your sister.
and your mom, as your dad watched.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Well, look at here we go. So the Bradster's looking around outside the party. He's like, "What's that all about?" And this fucking dog walks up to him, right?
Yeah, this is Den Mother's dog. Yeah, gets him good.
I love the dog scene.
It's pretty good. And yeah, these guys apparently can afford to have a fucking bus drive them to the fucking, to the prom social, whatever the fuck.
They got a chartered bus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Douche.
these are like rich white kid sororities. You know what I mean? I mean, they got big money.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right. So they're out there. I give up on my notes. I'm gonna have to print them out.
And, oh yeah, so it looks like
Yes.
So we don't know it yet, but he took the tape off the door and then he goes and he turns off. I'm like, this motherfucker was trying to gas himself to death. He was trying to kill
I was
himself.
watching this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was upset, like focused on my notes, which obviously must not have been because it turned out like shit. But Kelly said, "Oh, I think he was just trying to kill himself," and I didn't even notice. Yeah, I didn't even notice.
See, I thought what he was doing was sealing the door so they couldn't get in initially, the turd slug things. And then he turned on the gas because he was going to like try to draw him in to blow him up. But no, no, it looks like he was trying to end his life.
So then the dog, I love the dog right there.
And that guy,
Right there.
I've seen him in. Oh yeah, this guy swerves and kills them all.
Great?
The fucking
You know what's
dog,
great is he
you know?
not only does he swerve and kill the dog, but he check it out. Oh man.
Oh, his eyes, yeah.
You can't get
That special effects.
there.
Right.
Fucking
Yeah.
great, man. It looks like some
I
shit
saw
out
it.
of Pee
I
Wee's
saw
Big
it.
Adventure or some fucking thing, man.
Yeah.
Fucking
And then now they're down in the police station arms room talking to this guy who I recognize, can't place him though.
All right.
And he's like, I
Who
need
knows who he
a.
is? What movie was this dude in? You've seen it?
He's been in a
No,
lot.
it was one thing, right? He would
That's
know.
it?
Well, he's been in a lot of things, but one famous scene that I will always remember him from. He was in Gremlins.
Oh, it's okay. All
Remember,
right.
he was on his
Gremlins.
he was on the tractor when the Gremlins attacked him and killed him and all that shit. Remember? And he was like, he was all like, "Get off here! I'm a former Marine. I'm an American taxpayer." And they're all like, man, "We don't give a fuck, homie."
Man, another great movie, man.
Don't feed your gremlin after midnight.
Kids,
Don't get 'em wet.
They won't appreciate.
Oh,
you know?
well,
They watch
they'll
Minecraft
appreciate it
and shit
ironically.
like that.
So then he tells him he needs certain paperwork to get the damn flamethrower.
It's a fucking flamethrower. He thought, you know what, Pop? I don't have that. Here's my fucking paperwork.
yeah.
Click, click.
And I wondered how that worked out because, I mean, he could technically just jump out of the way, right? I mean, I don't know. I think the guy.
You're not. I mean,
Don't you think?
it's a fucking shot. I mean, it's a shotgun, man. I mean, if you want to, you're not moving faster than the bullet travels, basically, and then the slug is going to travel if you really wanted to shoot him. Which I don't think he would have fucking executed his, police buddy, But that's neither here nor there. That makes, we're putting too much thought into the movie.
So like the dog's like the dog.
Here at Cresco, well,
And the dog's like, mission accomplished.
Yeah,
Like,
what's up, guys?
How you
Check
like
that.
me now?
Look what I did. Look what I fucking did.
Man, man's best friend, my ass. So then we fucking
No.
dog goes in to finish zombie. Like the dog goes in to basically deliver more worms to those in the bus that aren't infected. That's
Yeah, now they get infected. And this is a great scene. Everybody in this movie is totally oblivious. Look at this fucking guy's face. All right, if you answered the fucking door
know, right?
and somebody looked like that, I don't think you'd be like, "Oh, hi, Brad." Yeah, let me see if fucking Cynthia's around or whatever the fuck her name is.
shit, man. What are you gonna do after college?
Brad, are you having a stroke?
Brad.
Yeah, oh, fuck a stroke, man. Like, are you dead? Are you alive?
Brad's here. And he looks like he's
Yeah,
ready to party.
Brad's here.
So then all the zombies.
Yeah, it looks like he's been partying.
He's done partying. So then they're all fucking climbing out of the goddamn bus. Everybody's fucking zombified.
Hey, so she doesn't even look at his face.
Look at him.
Holding his hand. Hi, Brad.
You know, this is probably I bet you the director was like, this is some sort of, I bet you the director was like.
That's awesome, Doc. You should screenshot that screenshot. That's pretty good.
I bet you money the director was like, you know, this is commentary on the plastic society of the 80s and how nobody really had any love or respect for one another as individuals. Like, I guarantee you, like, that's exactly what this bullshit is, man.
You mean that's his message?
That's the whole point of his movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and now we got Chris, or whatever his name is. Chris with the flamethrower and fucking Detective Rod and blowing, putting caps in people's heads. I just let it keep going.
I thought that scene was pretty cool, though, man. They're blowing their heads off and then like following it up with the fire.
Yeah, hitting him with the flamethrower. He's like, I'll fucking hit him with the shotgun, and then right after I do, fucking hit him with the flamethrower. Great.
Oh,
I get it.
Hey, you gotta play this.
What? So, all of a sudden, homeboy jumps out of nowhere while they're trying to have a heart-to-heart. She's trying to find out what Brad's gonna do after college. Next thing you know, fucking Chris shows up like, ta-da! Like, isn't there like a giant walkway that goes all the way up to this building? Okay? And they're standing on the fucking patio, right? They did not see this dude walking up with a flamethrower. All of a sudden, there he is.
Or homeboy. Right. Or cop with his shotgun, his fucking 357 Magnum out either.
This movie. There's something wrong with this fucking video file, I think.
It says only burning like 32,000 BTUs.
Is that all?
Yeah.
And he tries to get the worm.
Like you can't even open.
Like he's got. Hey, a turd was coming out of his mouth,
So that's the picture you want?
All right.
You should. Yeah, you should. I mean, we should keep that. We should use it as art, as film art.
Well, here, let me.
Pretty good.
Okay. Hold on, where's my damn?
Here,
let me write down
Jerry West shit. The NBA.
Set up Jerry West shit.
Dude, like it. It examines. I mean, dude, it
that's pretty good.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think like with the tuxedo and the fucking rose and everything.
Yeah, with the corsage.
You got a young kid. You got a young kid in the tuxedo with a flamethrower.
You know it's a big one.
Yeah. Looking like he don't know what the hell he's doing. It was fantastic.
Well, I mean, he's trying to get laid. I think
Oh yeah, shit. I've done some things to get. We've all done some things to get laid.
So fucking.
But it just codifies like that whole like shit
so
came
Cameron's
to this.
At the party.
Like that whole.
So Cynthia, Chris, and Ray.
Right?
Yeah, tell him get the fuck out.
Cynthia and Ray also fight back. Hold you for a better way to give. So yeah, I want to know why he gave her the flamethrower, and then so remember Cameron shows up and says it's Miller time.
Yeah, he certainly does. And they were drinking when they're earlier in the movie when they were at the frat party. Everybody was drinking High Life. So I wonder if Miller High Life signed off on this, for like, oh yeah, you can be in our stuff. I mean, you can use our product in your movie.
So now she freezes up.
And this is probably the first one product placement existed.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah, it's
she's
the
fucking.
1980s, man.
And they're putting him down. Oh, here's the cat. Oh no, I guess not. He grabs the fucking Aquanet.
Yeah, the Aquanet. That's right.
Oh, look, we got somebody back. Kim's back. Welcome back, Kim.
Hey, hi guys. Sorry about that. I have to go.
No, you're good. We're in the final stretch of the movie here,
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
and it's
awesome.
a fantastic one.
They're back. They managed to get back into the what is it, the garden shed or whatever.
You are not.
Let's see.
Yes, they did.
There.
Yeah, which does not look
Yeah,
like
doesn't
it's
look like
going to
it's gonna
hold back these
the fucking-
zombies, and
slight wink.
and as we quickly
No,
learn,
they
it
come
does
right
not
through.
hold back the
Take
zombies.
her away. And then the lawnmower,
Yeah,
fucking yeah.
Oh, this is the old lawnmower. Took him a lot of cranks on the lawnmower there. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
She'd have been dead.
I mean, come on. Well, how come he's not shooting the worm? Shoot the worm. Shoot the worm. Take the shot. He had every opportunity to shoot the worm. He did not take a shot. And
Because this is better. It is better
the
though.
lawnmower takes the cake. So Cameron's basically executed every moving thing at the fucking party.
Absolutely.
And here come the fucking worms again.
Yeah.
Cool. They're heading town. They're heading back in.
Time to go to work. Everybody out. Everybody out. Man, girls don't dress like that anymore, do they?
Nah.
All right, so they're heading down to the basement. There's obviously going to be some sort of final front confrontation or something like that. So this is dumb. So they show up and he's got duct tape on his face and he's going
duct tape on his mouth.
It's like, come on, dude. I mean, it's so stupid. It's like, and then on top of that, fucking 10 seconds later, he fucking takes the goddamn duct tape off. So it's like.
Yeah, we just took it off so I can talk to him.
The goddamn video, this fucking program sucks. This is my fault. God damn it. Play, motherfucker.
I guess there's like a period where like if those things get into you that like you still have your consciousness before they like take over your entire being.
Yeah, I mean we learned that because JC, remember, believes that video
was able to,
he's like, I know they're inside me and I think they're in my brain, but I'm leaving you this message because I still have somewhat of control, and then goes down and kills himself. So obviously you can it's not instant, like
And here we see fucking Warren Mountain.
And there's the
I
hive.
love me some Warren Mountain. That shit is awesome. So, but then you see,
Oh,
like,
wow.
to
At
understand
first
what
it
you're
took
looking
me
at.
a second.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Yeah, at first it took me a second to understand why there was like the big swarm of them, and then I remembered that the girl had the brains, her science experiment where she had like a bunch of brains down there, so it's almost like
Oh, right. That's it. That's it.
Well, remember, and right before this, right before they asked,
right?
Yeah, Chris asked the girl, like, what the fuck, why are they in the house? And she's like, oh, what's down in the basement? She's like, oh, just storage. But some girl's science experiment. She's like, what was it saying? Brains or some shit, Because earlier in the movie, the girl's like, I want to store this in the basement.
And it's just
what
like
is
a
it?
passing
It's
scene where
brains,
he's walking up the stairs or some shit like that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I remember now.
Yeah, yep.
Sure.
It's foreshadowing for the end of the movie. Or,
There's
later
a
in the
name
movie.
for that.
But yeah,
he's pretty
Detective Cameron is fucking awesome, man. This guy, I wish they should have made some spin-off movies just about him killing whoever. You could have hunted the Wolfman, could have hunted the Mummy. That would have been great, right? Him instead of Brendan Fraser would have been great in the Mummy.
Hey, so remember all this so that like down the line we'll have like like a top 5 like episode or some shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then he counts it down. 3,
Boom.
2,
all gone.
1. Boom.
What is that place called?
So we think.
Kappa something. Kappa
They're all
Beta?
dead.
What the fuck is-
Oh yeah, I think the guys were the
That song.
betas, and and I don't know what the girls were.
Yeah, I think they're
But
gonna
he's definitely gonna get
consummate
some
some
pussy
sort
now.
of agreement. It's gonna be made.
Oh man. Oh shit.
Look at
Having
this
baby
guy.
right.
And I would tell these fire department people.
So the worms.
This guy.
So the worms are still there.
Wait, stop.
Fuck. This
They
guy.
got they got into Detective Cameron's body and got out of the fucking out of the house, even though he was burnt. They were able to use control his body to get out. And then and scatter. And of course, then one of the last scenes in the movie is bam, where you stopped it there.
So I mean, the story's not
whatever it is,
because
cemetery.
the worms are still on the loose, right? Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. And
they are, but you
So
see
did
the
everybody see
spaceship
this
come
version?
back right here. In search of like.
Yeah, this is the version I saw with the spaceship that shows up at the cemetery.
At the end when they kiss in front of the burning sorority, I think that's how the different version ends. This scene here, it's supposed to be the director's cut. And apparently the idea. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is the version I watched.
This is
Yeah, that's the version.
The idea is they come back and confirm that the invasion is not complete. That's those are writer's notes that I read. Basically.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So I mean, now that we're at the end of the movie, so the very beginning of the movie with the aliens is the alien that fucking ejects the vial of slugs, the bad guy, and the other guys are trying to stop him from doing that, or
I think the idea is that he's doing something irresponsible to the universe. Yeah.
Right, that he shouldn't be doing, and
it's like an ethics thing, I guess. I don't know.
And
And the other guys are trying to chase him down, and shooting at him and stuff. And I was looking at his, I replayed that part too. And if you look at the alien's face, the one that puts the creeps in the little chute and shoots them out and everything like that. If you look at his face, he's kind of like, you can tell it gives it the onus that he's doing something bad,
that was like you said.
But that's he's being
screw you, Dad. They're fighting over some shit.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I'm 20.
He's like, I'm doing it. Fuck yeah. Fuck you guys.
And the object of the movie is you shouldn't alienate short people.
All right, okay. That's one.
I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted to see more of the aliens.
That's one to grow on at
short
minute
people,
18. One to grow on. I'm gonna write that down.
Exactly.
Oh man, so that was Night of the Creeps, picked by the person who's not on the call. So that was Lou's pick. Hey, Eddie, your head is slowly disappearing. All I can see is your ceiling. Oh, there you go. Hey,
Get a little
what was I going to say?
Relaxed here.
Yeah, no, that was a good movie. I mean, it is what it is. It's it's definitely in line of what we're shooting for, and so I think it definitely hit the mark. Eddie, did you want to go ahead and do some just overall boilerplate info?
All the details, some of the details, any of the details.
Do some fun facts, Eddie. Some fun
All
facts.
Right. Here we go. I'll throw the fun facts in after I do the facts.
Okay.
So
right.
let's start. Night of the Creeps, released August 22nd, 1986. As we mentioned before, directed and written by Fred Decker in his directorial debut. Let's see here. Starring Jason Lively as Chris Romero, Steve Marshall as J.C. Hooper, Jill Whitlow as Cynthia Cronenberg, and Tom Atkins as Detective Ray Cameron. It was produced by Charles Gordon in his movie production debut and distributed by TriStar Pictures.
Yeah, I just want to say I love that.
Nice, Ed.
Dude, that intro.
Hey,
Well, that
TriStar,
intro.
that's a quality
I'll
production
fucking take
company.
that
You
intro
know?
any day of the week with the fucking what is it? The
With the
yeah. Yeah,
you
there's like
mean
it's
with
like a
the horse
fucking
jumping over the
Pegasus or some
triangle?
shit, right? That
Yeah.
shit's badass.
Yeah,
And then the
was that a
music with the
uniform?
fucking
Yeah,
with the
it's like one of my
let's see if
favorites.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. It's with the
Yeah.
it's the no. It sounds like my voice. Like it's like
Yeah.
It's a watery.
anyway. Go. Please.
Continue, Eddie. Continue.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Kind of stemming back to what I was saying before. So, let's see. So the director, he actually wrote and directed this movie, Fred Decker. He's also known for Monster Squad, and he directed RoboCop 3 and co-wrote that with Frank Miller.
Oh shit!
Wait,
Yeah.
RoboCop 3? Which one was RoboCop 3?
Let's see. Some of these actors, yeah, RoboCop 3. Huh?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I.
Yeah, I did. I mean, did they make a third one? I mean, with the original RoboCop?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I missed that one because I remember RoboCop 1, obviously, and 2.
News to me.
But
1 and 2, yeah.
and then they just made it. They remade it. Well, they rebooted it
Yeah,
like
it was
5 years ago or some shit.
Yeah, RoboCop 3 was 1993.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they had the robotic spiders? The spiders.
Oh, I can't remember.
Because it's the second one is the one with the big like Terminator looking RoboCop thing that he has to fight, isn't it?
So long.
And then yeah,
it was like
and the first one is with the guy who was in fucking the car, the deputy, and also Total Recall. He and Beverly Hills Cop. He's in RoboCop 1. Isn't he the bad guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
I think.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. Louis loves to sell. Louis loves to yell, "Cohagen."
Yeah. And that had, what's his name?
Yeah. Yeah, but he's the chief of police or whatever in RoboCop 1, you know, who turns out to be the bad guy or whatever.
All right, go ahead, Eddie.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, so the other actors weren't really like that guy. Steve Marshall, who played J.C. Hooper. I mean, he wasn't in anything notable. So I'm gonna move on to Jill Whitlow. She was actually like her biggest movie was a movie called Thunder Run. I don't know if you guys remember that. Like released shortly after this movie. Oh no, yeah, it was like I think it was released around the same time. But anyway, that was her big claim to fame. And then Tom Atkins is pretty much the most decorated actor in this movie. He's been in a ton of shit. So let's see here. Tarantulas, the Deadly Cargo. I don't know if you guys remember that movie.
Cage, right?
Yeah.
I know weapons. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I know,
Yeah. So they.
he
was in Tarantulas. The guy was in the 1980 version of The Fog. He was in Escape from New York, Maniac Cop, Creep Show, and interestingly enough, the Tom Atkins is like kind of your typecast detective. And funny enough, his film debut was a movie named The Detective with Frank Sinatra.
That only makes sense.
No shit. Oh fuck, man!
Yeah.
He worked with old Blue Eyes. What a guy! And yes, he's Lee Von Cleef's number 2 in Escape from New York, right? You know, like Lee Von Cleef is the head of the prison, and he's his deputy or whatever. You know, his number 2 guy is that motherfucker.
Escape from New York.
Oh, great movie! Great movie.
I love that movie.
So the producer Charles. Yeah, that's a good idea.
No.
Let's see. So Charles Gordon, the producer, this was actually his movie production debut. He is famous for Die Hard 1 and 2, Leviathan, Field of Dreams, produced The Rocketeer, Waterworld, and two Hitman movies that are based on the video game Hitman.
With Timothy, the first one's got Timothy Oliphant. Red
I'm
card.
throwing up my red
That's
card
funny.
question. Or I could do gold too. So, you tell me. I don't have. That's the only two I have.
Yeah, well, it'd be yellow, yellow card.
And Leviathan, that's a movie that's got to be on the list, man. I'm telling you. You said Leviathan. You said Leviathan, right?
Yeah. No, I love it. Yeah.
No,
That's the one with Ed Harris, right?
Leviathan.
No, that's the Abyss.
That's the Abyss.
It's called Leviathan.
What movie is it, Danny? You're talking about? I've never even heard of it.
I'll put it up on the chat.
Yeah.
But
put it up on the chat. Yeah, put it up on the chat.
What was it? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kim. Kim. Wait, Kim. Eddie. I'm getting y'all mixed up. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. And
okay, so that's it for me and my straight up facts. I have a couple fun facts here to share.
Nice.
I'll start with Louis, and then I'll kind of go with the ones I was going to add off the top of my head. So Louis, let's see. The first one Louis wanted to mention is that most of the movie was shot in an old Woolworth department store that was converted into a small studio.
No way.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
There it is.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What the hell?
That was for Eddie.
All right.
Eddie, that was
all right. So number two on Louis' list is number 2 on Louis' list. Fred Decker included every B movie cliche. So the director included every B movie cliche he could think of instead of and insisted on directing the script himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Number 3. The spaceship model that appears at the end of the movie was used in an episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine in 1993.
Same exact one?
It was designed by a blind person.
The same exact. Wow. Hey, and we had that's the thing was we were talking about. Last week we were talking about Deep Space Nine, I think, or a callback a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we were. But I can totally picture that as like some sort of like enemy ship or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like as opposed to like Starfleet.
I was not impressed.
Totally agree.
At all. I'm sorry. So that were those Louis?
That was fucking great.
All right.
Yeah.
I got one more. I got one more from Louis, and then I have a couple to throw in there. So the last one from Louis is that producer and director James Wan. I don't know. James announced in January of 2023 that he wanted to remake the movie.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
It deserves a remake.
Yeah, I mean,
or on Shudder or
straight
something.
to Netflix.
Well, if he remakes it.
Or something. Yeah, whatever. Shudder.
More aliens.
At least 5 slots. I'd say a hell of them got away. I think it's more than 5, man.
Yeah. Well, and then if they went into that cemetery and got them fucking bodies moving, God knows how many are running around.
That's good.
You know.
And then I got.
Oh.
Okay.
That's Louis' fun facts. I got one to add right now. So you know Pam. So the detective's
at the beginning of the movie?
ex-girlfriend, the one who gets axed.
Right.
At the beginning of the film.
Yep.
So in real life, she is the wife of Jeffrey Combs, the guy from Reanimator.
Wow.
The Herbert West from Reanimator.
Shut the fuck up.
That's his real life wife, and they're still married.
Well, I mean, I had no idea. Well, Eddie, I'm going to tell
knowledge,
you.
Knowledge.
Thank you, Eddie.
So, yeah, for sure, man. Right on, man.
Good job, Danny.
That's it for me, man.
You got to work on a segment, buddy. You don't seem like you're busy enough. I mean, with the job and the podcast and your 3 kids. I mean, your 2 kids. I feel like you don't have enough to do.
Man.
Yeah, he's running for office, dude.
And all the social stuff that's going on too, you know, I'm
But
just kind
anyway.
of like
So I was going to
invested in,
I'm
you know,
gonna
yeah.
get my hands on some trivia. I don't really like using the internet while I'm online with you guys because it's too distracting. Then I just look stupid. So I was actually gonna get my hands on some trivia books, and I'm gonna work some trivia into this. That we could do kind of at the end, kind of wrap up the show. But before we do that, let's do our weekly the statistics that I keep.
You know, I've noticed lately, everybody has an opinion. And
Real quick,
Oh man, same.
Eddie, you said the only movie you watched was
What's up,
the
brother?
movie of the week, right? All right, and then Eric, what movie did you say you watched? You watched?
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, I watched a lot of shit. I watched Heat this week. I watched another Michael Mann movie, fucking Muhammad Ali, which I had never seen. It was on
Yeah, that's a good one.
Netflix, so I watched that with Will Smith that came out, 20 years ago. I watched Killer's Kill, which we talked about, the animated new.
After you said it was
that
after you
shit
responded
was
on the
dope.
thread, I watched it. Yeah. Dude, after you responded on the thread, I just put it on and fucking goddamn, that shit was good. Yeah.
I mean that the second scene when they're in Japan and stuff was, in my opinion, was my favorite.
Yeah.
The third one with the Latino
the
kid
worst
as a
scene
pilot was
kinda
great
the
in World War
ending.
II.
I mean,
but
I thought the
but
Viking
and
thing
then
and
the
the Japan thing was really cool. But I didn't like the last two scenes. I didn't love them. They were okay, but it was
yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the last one was cool where they all come together and have to fight, whatever. I mean, it was cool.
Incredible.
But I mean, by far, I mean, the first two, I mean, the Viking scene was great, but the Japanese, in my opinion, the samurai stuff
Hey, real quick,
and ninja stuff
before we wrap
was
this
the
up,
cool.
I'm gonna hit stop on this.
You bet. That juicy. The Heavy Door Horror Podcast.
So yeah, where were we? Let's see. So yeah, you said you watched Heat and Ali and a bunch of other movies, and then the Predator.
And Predator.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
And that Killer's Kill is awesome.
Yeah, fucking definitely badass. I highly recommend. Kevin, did you watch anything?
I can't.
What's that? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Kevin, Matt, go ahead. Did you watch anything? Did you other than the movie?
Oh, you mean over the week?
Yeah, since we last talked.
I would say I watched the Mission Impossible movie. That and what else did we watch? There was a few things I started watching, but it was series, so not really any real movies.
No movies. Yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to keep it. It's funny because I wanted to keep this all horror, but I realized I don't just watch horror movies too. So it's kind of for this part of the show. It's kind of silly. And then Eddie, you said you watched film. Oh, Kim, what movie did you watch this week? Did you say earlier? Oh, you weren't on earlier, right?
No, I didn't.
What did you?
I didn't watch any movie.
You didn't watch anything? You watched the movie of the week.
I watched the movie of the week, but that was it. I tried to watch that the new the cartoon that you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
I just didn't have time. Yeah, the Predator cartoon.
It's so good.
Yeah. If you get yourself an hour and 15 minutes or hour and a half, if you can scrap that out and sit down and watch it,
it's not that long, dude. It flies by.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
it's 4 chunks. It flies right by.
Yeah, and I really hope they make more of them. Yeah, because
I think it's pretty. I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, I would think they would, but you never know.
Yeah, that's what it was looking like. Let's see. So, okay. So I came up with a couple new categories. The first one I came up was describe the movie in one word. So, Eddie, you would go first.
Intriguing.
Okay.
Spell that, but I'll try.
INTRUIGING.
Or I could just use spell check.
Yeah, thanks, Eddie, with your big old brain over there trying to make a motherfucker feel bad.
I know, man. I feel terrible about my. You know what? I gotta.
You just did that. It's like that. Remember that old TV show, The Brain or The Head? What was it? Or the dude has the animated show where the guy's got a head like this big.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
It was on adults. No. It was called The Head or The Brain or whatever. Yeah, motherfucker. Anyway, I never watched that much, but I remember.
So, Eric, what do you got?
Favorite? How would I describe this movie?
In one word.
Well, one word. I mean, and unfortunately, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to have to expand my vocabulary. But it was awesome.
It was awesome. Okay.
I mean, it was awesome. I had a really good time watching it. I really loved Detective Cameron.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy. Like I said, I wish they had made a whole spin-off. Like if we were in today's age, where they could make a whole TV series of like one episode a week of where he's fighting, going after somebody else or something else, something, it would have been great. But we didn't.
This week on Detective Cameron.
Yeah,
with all this AI we have nowadays, for sure you could probably be like,
yeah, Tom. What's his name again? Tom Atkins. Be like Tom Atkins as detective, going,
No, I mean, if you're
hunting zombies or hunting.
If you're gonna go with AI, right? You want to do Detective Cameron versus Predator.
Hey, Detective Cameron versus Deadpool versus Wolverine versus.
That would be pretty badass.
Versus goddamn whoever versus Snake Plissken versus I mean, since they both coexist in that world,
Kevin,
and Escape from New York.
Kevin, what you got for?
Lee Majors.
All right.
Kevin, what do you got?
One word. Shit. I would have to say captivating.
Captivating.
Because at that time, it was. I would say it wasn't necessarily lacking, as far as like the special effects goes for that time, for that budget. It was on point. Like they maximized what they could do with what they had. And not only that, but they came out with a pretty good product at the end of it. And because they almost made people believe that like fucking a little fucking package from space can fucking fall down on us, and because people were that naive, because a lot of people at that time didn't even believe the spacewalk.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? So
still don't, Kevin. A lot of people still don't.
As far as being a believable B movie,
we'll get there. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But don't forget, they didn't land on the moon yet. It was 1959.
Well,
hey, what? Kim Him, you got the movie in a word?
I want to say good. It was just I don't take what I say too much, because I really couldn't focus on watching it. I just had a lot of things to do. But it was good. It had like all the they weren't A-list, but they were kind of like celebrities, But they weren't like A-list, but they're like high B-list, I want to say.
Hey, Rusty had seen boobs and European Vacation. It was great when he was in Germany. That was part of those boobs are seared in my brains from my childhood. Like, European Vacation, great movie. Great movie.
Man. All right, so I would go with horny. That's the word I would use. There's a lot of horny.
Horny.
Okay, what's next? Good.
Yeah, but I mean, all those '80s movies were like that, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the whole point of everything that happened was all because some dude was horny. Well, actually, because two dudes were horny. If you think about it.
Right.
So, all right, let's move on. So, another category I created was favorite scene. Everybody got an answer for that? And again, we don't have to have these categories if you guys don't like them.
I got a favorite.
Well, hold on. Let's go. Hold on. Let's go in order. Eddie.
They fucking. Oh shit! Oh, my bad.
Kind of torn between
the beginning part of the movie and the part where they start blasting, and lighting them on fire.
Yeah, the
like
sorority
towards
show.
the end, but I guess I'm gonna pick the beginning. I really like the beginning of the movie, man. I was disappointed that there weren't more aliens. Like I was like, that's it. That's all we get to see from the aliens. Like
the little.
I was shocked.
yeah, because it's like
the
they're
aliens
running. He's all
When I
hella
saw
short. Like
I thought
saw
we were
this
about to
movie
watch.
a long time ago. Go ahead.
I thought we were about to watch
One
like
more alien.
seeing the beginning of the movie, right? It just started. I streamed it. Bam! It started, and these fucking alien things. Yeah, I couldn't even. How did you describe them? Little people with whatever, Danny? Fat alien babies. I was like, am I about to watch Howard the Duck?
Yeah.
Like,
there
I was like, what the
there
fuck?
was a total like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers moment at the beginning of the movie. Yeah, they were funny ass alien midget babies, is what I said.
Oh, that's right, little people babies. That's right. We came
Yeah,
out.
I love watching those little legs move.
yeah,
man.
he fucking shuts the door and shit.
Yeah, man.
This motherfucker, what's he trying to do? And again,
that's right when he's
dropping
into the chute, he's like you see his teeth and just, it's like
that brings me back to the fact that the guy's going after the alien that jettisons the tube full of turd monsters. Where they try, they're obviously trying to stop him, right? So maybe he's a rogue bad guy, and they don't want this shit for planet Earth or for whoever or for anybody. So maybe he's just the bad guy, and everybody else is front of the little people race is.
What's funny about all this confusion could have been avoided if the alien subtitles hadn't been in the alien language that we don't know.
Alien, yeah. Well, I thought about that, Danny, because where I streamed it from, I'm like, when you stream it, sometimes the subtitles that are they won't come up.
You saw the
subtitles. They'll be talking in a foreign language. They'll be talking in a foreign language, and there's no subtitles. And I was like, what the fuck, man? No, I didn't think they were regional. I was like, sometimes they don't put up the subtitles in English, and you just have to listen to it in a different language. Yeah, and I was like, well, maybe if I had purchased this movie, on VHS, it would say underneath what they were saying, but I think that's what it is.
I don't think it's there. I'm almost certain it's not there.
Yeah, no, my copy's legit. Yeah, no, I just don't think it's there. It's just meant to be jargon, alien jargon.
Yeah, that did cross my mind at first. Like, damn, what language is that? Is that a language? Wait, and I was like, oh, I don't I don't know how to speak a bunch of languages. Pretty good at reading and at least recognizing maybe what language it might be by the way it's written or such. But I was like, after a while, I was like, nah.
Let's
fucking
see.
lost.
What about
What about Kim Him? Are we on him?
Where's Kim Him?
Oh, that rhymed. Didn't mean to make it.
Probably,
Just,
just
like,
the ending.
you just like when it was over.
Fill out the bliss pattern.
You're like saying God, this shit.
That gory, scene without the blood. Yeah.
Spoken like a man with 3 kids. I just thought it was over.
Let's see what we got here. So the ending. Louie's not on the line. Kevin, did you give me your favorite scene?
Favorite scene was definitely the scene when the young girl was listening to the radio. It was like, oh yeah, the last time the assailant has been seen on this pass and on this road, this hospital, and she flicks on a flashlight. It's like, oh shit, I'm right here.
That was pretty great.
That was pretty great. That was the dopest shit. And not only that, but like after them announcing it, how is there
Yeah,
no
yeah.
cops there looking in there? They're just like,
But it's a long road, Kev. It's a long highway to cover, man. It's 1959. Not a police state like we live in now.
but the guy on the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
radio
yeah,
was
yeah.
hella specific. It was like it was seen right here, like right. And he put the flashlight, like, oh shit, I'm
Escaped
literally
convict
right
was,
the fuck
you know,
And I was like, oh, dude, like, what the fuck? It's like you like to get ready to, you need to get ready to go. Fuck that dude in this bush and shit.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, my
I think
favorite
that
scene
shit was
was
fucking
when.
hilarious.
Wait, Eric, did you
That-
give me your favorite
Yeah.
scene? Did you come down on that one?
I don't know if I did. I would have to say, I mean, the the death by suicide or death by cop suicide was
I'm
pretty
glad
great.
you took
Yeah.
it.
Death by cop
what do I call it?
suicide.
Zombie cop
Yeah.
suicide. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, zombie cop suicide, whatever. I mean, they cornered that
Yeah.
mother next to a dumpster,
Yeah.
told him to turn
then-
around. And he did,
all
and he
was
did
turn around.
with an axe in his hand.
He fucking lit him up.
Yeah, they're like turn. But hey, to be fair to law enforcement, the motherfucker was dead as shit
That's
and
a
holding a
bad
bloody axe.
bad
I mean, it's a bad fucking. If I were a law enforcement officer, which I am not, I would have opened up. I would have opened up.
So
Yeah, I
why
was
did
shot
you
him
shoot
too.
this thing 98 times?
Put this motherfucker down. But that's neither here nor there.
I'm
It
taking
had sunlight come through that motherfucker, dude.
And what? Yeah, they did, even though it wasn't sunny out.
I'm taking
Yeah, they did. They put some holes in that motherfucker's chest and back.
Brad's mouth.
Yeah, right. That's fucking.
Yeah, that was funny. I like that one a lot. I like that.
That's a good
All
one.
right,
That's a good one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, none of us, the zombie cat, where the girl, the sorority girl, picks up the cat like, oh, play the cat, and
it's okay.
and gets her right in the mouth. Which is, I guess, the more we say, that everything goes in the mouth, is, it's totally the 1980s. Those kinds of right in the mouth.
So I got the I'm taking this one out. The worst
Yeah.
best effects that's gone. I don't like it. It's annoying. I'm going with favorite character, and I think we all know what our favorite characters are.
Yeah.
So
Oh well.
Eric, I'll just go ahead and put you down.
Eddie, I guess you got to kick this one up. I mean,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Favorite character, I gotta say it. It's Detective Ray Cameron.
Yeah.
How about you, Kim?
Yeah, I think for me it's the same. He got that
I
signature
second that.
London fog coat on, man.
That guy was badass, man. Like I said, I wish they'd make spin. I wish they could have made spin-offs
Cameron, right?
of that motherfucker. Hunting somebody different each week. Hunting somebody different each week. Whether it could have been fucking Masters of the Universe He-Man, Dolph Lundgren back in the day. Hunting, I mean,
Hopefully Netflix will pick up on it, man.
that motherfucker. Here's a question, Eddie. Is Detective Cameron, whatever his name is he still alive?
Yeah, too quickly.
Atkins, let me look real quick.
I mean, he's an old man now. I mean, you can't bring him back, but
He's definitely.
Oh, he is? Well,
maybe you could find
he's
somebody to
definitely up
reprise
there.
his role.
Hey, you know what? He's
Yeah.
what?
No,
86?
Wow, he is
Hey, check it
86
out.
years
Hey,
old.
when I come back, we'll.
Yeah, he's 86.
Hey,
Yeah.
When
So he's still
I'm gonna take a
alive,
quick
though.
break. Give me 30 seconds. When I come back, we'll do the be or not to be and your ratings, and then we'll wrap it up. All right? We got about 20 minutes. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Take
Hey,
20
Kim.
minutes?
Kim, thank you for the computer, man. This thing is awesome.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. I didn't know it was your your first computer.
Well, it's not my first. It's my first laptop actually. But I mean, I've had I had a desktop, back in the day where hopefully we're not recording anymore. Where I used to, download all kinds of movies and whatnot. But
yeah, well, enjoy it, man.
No explanation needed, brother.
Yeah,
well, I took it to one of my buddies is an IT guy, so I brought it to him when I went and saw him at the bar on Saturday. And so I was like, I just want to make sure the computer, this laptop's clean, and there's no whatever. And so he, fucking clickety clacked on the computer. He's like, this thing's nice, dude. It's only a couple years old, And so he downloaded me a software protection free program and put Discord. He put Discord on my desktop and and Spotify and shit. And so it's sweet. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So thank you to you. Thank you to you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh,
yeah.
You got me over here crying, bro. Shit. Like that's
You crying, bro? You crying, bro?
I cried. I cried. Hey, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Come on, man. We Gen X, man. We ain't supposed to cry. We bury our feelings.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
We drank water out the hose. We drank water out of the hose. Rode bikes without helmets.
That King of the Hill. You guys seen that King of the Hill where Hank is talking to his daughter Luann and he's telling her about feelings? And he's like, you take your feelings and you just you put them in a ball and then you just put it down in your stomach and you hold it there. And she's all like, okay. He's like, now try doing that. And she's like, oh, how does that feel? It doesn't feel so good, but yes, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
You gotta check that out.
It's like there's an episode of Family Guy. There's an episode of Family Guy. I can't remember who it is, but it's like I'm just gonna bury that, and then it's like it shows her brain. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor.
Man, that sounds like some Rick and Morty type shit.
Hey, new season. I haven't watched. I guess it's a new season now. Haven't watched it yet. Love that show. Love that show. Fantastic show.
Let's see. Hold on one second.
Get Swifty.
All right,
get
so
Swifty.
let's see.
What
is this? That's what I've been trying to do this whole goddamn time.
Oh, there he is.
Now, I
he's
finally
outside
figured
smoking.
out how this view should look. Now that we're done with the show. So let's see this one here. Give me 1 second. You know what? Every time we do this, I learn something. So by the end of the second month, we should be golden. Hey, man.
Maybe the second year. We're still, still producing this shit.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
I think we're getting better. Every episode is getting a little better.
Oh, absolutely. And Danny, I don't know if anybody has chimed in to how did this get made, but they re-released the Bloodsport episode that they did. They dropped it on Monday, and it's available for free on Spotify or Apple, whatever, Apple Podcasts. And it's a live event, so it's a little different, than what we're doing. But again, I recommend listening to that show to kind of get what I would, what I would think or like where this needs to go. I mean, we're not professional actors or comedians, so I don't think we can ever hit that bar. But it's a good reference point. It's a good reference.
But
point.
you know what sells more than than being funny or being boring? It's practicality.
Yeah, being real. Yeah, I agree.
Practicality.
Yeah.
Practicality. Like, dude, you gonna buy a car off of someone who's practical, not someone who's overselling it or underselling it.
You sell a lot of people buy cars that sell that motherfucker though, Kev. You know that.
Right.
Yeah, there's
You
plenty
can
of
sell it, hey,
pretentious
dog,
motherfuckers out there.
you get 200 miles.
Whether it be for your TV, you know, this, that, you know, whatever it might be. Like you got to go basically to Amazon now, unless you live. I mean, San Francisco still has some people that have components, but you know, but other than
Oh
that,
yeah.
you're fucked.
All
You're
right.
fucked.
Are you
I mean,
guys- Go ahead.
because you couldn't go into a Good Guys or Circuit City and buy a walk-in.
Oh. Remember when Good Guys had the audio guys that hey you go to the Good Guys store and buy the stereo, you know, for your car, and then you drive your car around to the installer, and it was like it was a shop.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I remember when you used to go to Radio Shack and you could pay 25 cents for a AA rechargeable battery, and if you brought back that battery, you could get a recharged one and replace it for like 5 cents.
Yeah, not anymore.
Exactly.
Well,
Not anymore.
You can't do anything with 5 cents except piss people off now. That's all you can do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
You're showing your age there, Danny.
What's that?
You could give it to a homeless
You're
person.
showing your age there.
What's that? Good.
I see you're showing your
I care
age.
about all those
Yeah,
other
no, I know,
electronic
yeah.
stores leaving the mall.
You could give your
I
5 cent.
damn near crying, but
You could give a nickel to somebody on Market Street, but they would probably just throw it back at you like, "The fuck am I supposed to do with this?"
Yeah.
You know, it's
Hey,
like,
let's,
"Hey, bro, I just gave you 5 cents, man.
Hey, let's get
you add those up."
That's yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
you gotta,
right?
yeah. After you put them together, they're worth more. All right, so
They're worth more.
So
Yeah.
let's go with we're gonna start with Eddie. Is B movie or not, and what's your rating? You can do it in any order you want.
All right. Here's the first thing. So I'm gonna say that this isn't a B movie.
Not B movie.
Hot take.
I'm gonna say that it's not a B movie. I'm gonna say that it's an homage to a B movie. Something I forgot to mention earlier was the budget and box office numbers. So
right. Yeah.
something I learned
okay.
and another fun fact. So you know, they wanted to make this as an homage. The director wanted to make this as an homage to a B movie. Budget, $5 million budget back in 1986. It pulled a little under $600,000 at the box office.
Damn.
So it was a bomb. It was a box office bomb. In today's money, that would be like, you know, 14.6 million to realize 1.72 million at the box office. I mean, they had the budget. I mean, geez, like $5 million back in the 80s. That's like, I mean, comparing that to other movies, I mean, geez, we've seen movies that would get released for like $1 million or something on some B-rate shit. Like maybe they have the budget for.
That's when drive-in movies were still open. You know, I mean,
this was a $5 million movie that you know what I mean was a straight that earned like, you know, just about a little over a tenth of what they freaking put into it.
That's
good commentary there, Danny.
It must have sent a letter to all the actors like, yeah, you owe us money.
Yeah, seriously. Hey, so,
you owe us money for being in this movie.
They're like,
your royalties are gonna be pennies on the dollar.
Your royalties.
But yeah. So I mean, despite the fact that it was a box office bomb, I mean, I enjoyed the movie. There are some parts where I feel, well, I mean, there are some parts that were true gems, especially with the detective and you know, other little snippets in the film. I wish there were more aliens.
Yeah.
I like the aliens in the beginning. I can't lie about that. And I wish there were more of them because it kind of just left me like wanting more aliens.
All right.
Right.
So I'm gonna rate it I'm gonna give it 3.25 skulls.
3.25.
Yeah.
All right.
I liked it.
All right.
It's admirable.
Thank you, Eddie.
Hey, good.
Who's next? Eric.
That's
Eric,
dope,
you're right.
man. That's dope.
That'd be me, right? That'd be me.
Good, Eric.
In after watching, what is this, our fourth movie? And we've
This is,
watched a few other movies.
This is going to be number 4 because the first one I went ahead and
Yeah.
obnoxiously I labeled it episode 0. Technically, because we didn't.
Which was the Hills
Yeah,
Have
we
Eyes.
didn't really we didn't record it, so I didn't
Oh.
figure. I just called it 0.
Right. I mean, as far as this movie is concerned, I had just as much fun with this movie as I did last week's movie, which was The Reanimator, which I thought was great. And so I'm going to go ahead and give this at least 4 skulls. I mean, this is a must watch. You know, I mean, in this genre, it's fantastic. I mean, you know, it starts out aliens. God knows what the fuck is going on. And then black and white 1959. You know, you're like, oh my God, what is this going to be the whole movie? Like Night of the Living Dead in black and white. And then jumps to 1986. You're like, oh, okay. All right. You know, and yeah, so 4 skulls, man.
And then
4 skulls.
you think it's a B movie for sure or not B?
I mean, it's definitely a B movie.
Kevin, what do you got? B movie, what's your rating?
I mean,
well, I from the beginning to the end, just the whole fucking like the short people, midgets, running in their little rubber suits and fucking shooting off a dollar store vial that's gonna survive from space, you know, which is, I mean, things don't move unless it's propelled through space. It's not gonna move.
It
So
just
this thing
fell from outer space like it had gravity from outer space.
Right. There's like little rockets in it. It's just like propelled it towards. It had enough energy to propel it towards Earth and end up as a fucking fireball in the fucking sky. And I mean, it was. I mean, all of the exaggerations of it made it spell B for me. So I mean, all the way down to even the dude fucking just going the detective going to the fucking evidence room and like, yeah, I would like a flamethrower. Like what a standard flamethrower. Yeah, let me get. You got that? Here goes my credit card.
Yeah, they got everything down at the police station. Jeez Christ. And then what are you going to give it?
He's like, okay, yeah.
What are you going to give it for a rating?
As a matter of fact, they do have a flamethrower, and here you go.
Yeah, right. Well, which brand would you like?
Yeah.
Right, and not only that, but the assailants being a fucking it's like a sea cucumber with fucking legs and shit, crawling across the wall. It's like, oh, this thing is gonna invade your body and do all these. I mean, it was simple and complex at the same time as far as a B movie goes, but I think it's still personified.
So what rating?
I would give this probably the same as Area for skulls.
Okay. Kim Him.
I think.
I mean, total B movie. I want to say 3 3/4 star, maybe 3.5. 3.5 skulls, not stars.
Be a man. Give it a real rating.
Right.
About 3.5. I thought like it had all the components of being like a great movie, but it was just missing. Like it was just missing. I don't know what it's missing, but it's just like kind of missing.
A good actor.
What you might have been missing was actually toward the beginning of the movie. I think the way it started off, it was just like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
it just wasn't. It just didn't. It wasn't captivating, you know.
It wasn't captivating. Well, I beg to differ. I believe it was Kevin that said it was captivating.
I beg to differ as well.
I believe describe this movie in a word as being captivating. Kim, where were you?
Captivating. It was just missing something. It's like everything's there. Like all the components were there. It's just missing, like this one, like
It's missing Kurt Russell.
You know what it was
That's
missing?
What, yeah, I mean, if he'd been in the movie, boom,
I think it's fair to say,
boom, or Mel Gibson, or Arnold
what this movie
Schwarzenegger,
was
you know,
missing,
he'd been in this
a little
movie.
bit of good. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Eddie. I think they were just trying to make what looked like a B movie. This is basically, I mean, they took the B movie idea. Like what they did was they took that B movie idea and they made it like start in the 50s and then turn it into a modern thing, you know. And I think it was done on purpose. I mean, it was. I mean, you could say it's definitely a B movie, but only in the sense that that's what they were trying to make. I think it was done on purpose, in a sense. You know, I don't think anyone thought this was a good movie. When they were making it, it was supposed to be sloppy.
I have to agree with you, Danny. I don't think anybody making this movie thought it was going to be The Godfather, which it was a stretch. You know, I mean, The Godfather is one of the greatest movies ever made, but and yeah,
but
yeah.
I just think that the directors were trying very hard to make a schlocky.
Stick this in the category.
They were purposely trying to make this what it was, and I mean, I think they pulled it off. I don't think it was done well, but I think they did what they were trying to do. You know, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, like I even felt to the point where I genuinely feel that it could qualify as such. You know, and I still feel like that. But you know, I do realize, like, you know, in real B movies, you see people that you don't never ever see in any other movie.
Well, yeah.
You know, and a lot of these actors.
That's definitely. I think that's definitely part of the whole thing about them trying to purposely make a B movie.
Right. It's like like some dude they hired. They're like, "Hey, dude, you want to be in a movie? We got $500 for you." You know what I mean? Versus.
I think that's a fair. That's a fair take.
But
I agree.
Said that,
I agree.
I'll give it 2
Yeah,
stars.
that's why I basically.
Jesus, God. I'm gonna give it 2 hearts. Okay.
2 stars.
Give it 2 hearts.
You're minus a skull.
Hey, you guys see the latest Bill Burr stand-up comedy? He said, "Don't you hate it when people turn around when they don't know how to do the heart hand thing, and they turn around and they give you a cheeseburger."
I love Bill Burr.
They give you a cheeseburger.
cheeseburger.
He said, "You know when they come at you with one of these."
I love Bill Burr.
But all right.
Hey, that guy's great. That guy's great.
Bill Burr is the greatest looking comic, period. Well, Dave Chappelle is probably up there too,
but Dave Chappelle's pretty great too. But yeah,
so this is when we get to my pick, and
shit. What I wonder what that's gonna be.
You know, I don't even know where to begin. I almost thought about passing on this whole thing.
I feel you, brother.
Just because it's really hard for me to decide.
You got the Library of Congress movies in your B movies in your head. No, brother.
Hey, Danny, don't fuck this up. All right, don't fuck this up.
I'm gonna go easy on you guys this time because this is a fun movie. This is genuinely a fun movie. I think you will enjoy this. I think we'll all enjoy it. I think it'll make us all laugh. I think it is. Well, I won't give away any answers right away. But here, let's see. Let me get you on the screen over here. I fucked that all up. What did I do? I broke it again.
Trailer.
I broke it again.
What's the name of the movie?
Donald Trump's Empire.
I broke the damn thing again. Let's see how I do this. So you guys can still see my screen, right? You see me minimize?
Yeah. Yep.
So you see full screen now?
There we go. Full screen. Yep.
So it's showing the full screen.
Typical American family.
Like half of it.
Stretching all the way across.
Hold on. I fucking blew it again. Let's do
right.
This. Let's do this. Hold on, let me turn that off. All right. Now we're recording. Now we're normal again, right?
I
The
guess.
porno movie on.
Well, you don't see the movie, but we're all back on, right?
Yeah.
Let me try that again. Oh my god.
You don't see the area that you're recording, Dan?
Yeah, no, I do, but I was just trying to share it inside of the.
Oh, you had it. You had it. You had it. Whatever you did before worked. Now, it was like full screen above everybody I'm looking at that's on the podcast.
So, do you see the screen yet?
No.
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 No, we don't see it.
Let's see.
Are you doing a share screen?
I'm gonna try.
No, you close the screen.
Yeah.
I closed the section. Now it's just now it's just a bunch of idiots.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
There you go. Now you got it.
Watch.
I don't know if you're recording that
full
or not.
Here we go.
I'm recording. It doesn't matter if I'm recording. I mean, it's copyright anyway.
Yeah, this is for us. Not for
Oh,
everybody.
okay. I thought you were recording it.
No, but I just want to make
Intellectual decay! Turn it off and watch your brain cells!
The Pottermans are just a typical American family. The only thing they're missing is a pet. But have we got a surprise for them? You see, Stanley Potterman's new satellite TV has just gone on the blink. And it's drawn in a creature from outer space. Like all new pets, this one's causing a little trouble around the house. And he's eating the Pottermans out of house and home. In fact, it seems like this creature will eat anything. Well, just about anything.
You looked right at my studs and cooled out. This dude's into metal!
Now, it's up to the kids to break the creature of its bad habits.
I said shut up!
But he's not responding well to discipline.
Earth children, please. I mean you no harm. I am Pluthar, here to save you.
The Pottermans finally got themselves a pet, but they never even had a chance to give it a name. Terror Vision from Empire Pictures.
Wow.
Is that the movie of the week? Did you guys hear me okay?
That is the movie of the week.
Yes. You are heard.
That's the movie of the week?
Like,
Oh, that's good.
the most amazing Valentine's Day movie.
Alright. Oh, that's
What you take your date to. You're like, yeah, it's Valentine's Day, baby. Let's go watch Terror Vision.
So I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording. So that was the end of episode 5. That was Night of the Creeps, 1986. It was beloved by some, others not so much. But thanks for listening, because I know there's got to be at least 2 other people listening to this out there somewhere. And hopefully we'll make it 4 eventually. Everybody have a good night. And
The Heavy Door Horror Podcast.
Don't act like you're not impressed.